So this line shows how much attention we have. And this line shows the amount of content that's made. We're drowning in information while starving for wisdom. That's why the future will be ran by synthesizers. But what is a synthesizer? Why have I committed my life to being a synthesizer? And why could being a synthesizer for some of the people watching this video be a massive opportunity for your life and your career? Before we get into that, let's back up and let me ask you a question. Do you work on a computer? Because if you do, then according to the Cambridge Dictionary definition, you spend your day playing video games. That's what Packy McCormack said. We're all playing a great online game. Only in this game, if you tap your keys in the right order, you can literally buy a house. And I remember in all of the different video games that I used to play when I was a kid, there was a character selection menu. And the character you selected meant everything. There were great characters and there were dreadful characters. And if you chose a good character, you were gonna have fun. A bad character, you were almost guaranteed to lose. And just like in those video games, when you're playing the great online game, the character you select matters so much. So let's meet the characters. We have the consumer, the influencer, the artist, the employee, the podcaster, YouTuber, or streamer, the writer, or the character I would like to introduce you to in this video, the synthesizer. This is the character I've been playing for the past 3 years. This is the character that I've fallen deeply in love with, and I genuinely don't think I'm going to be playing as any other characters until the day I die. I mean, I owe a lot to this character. What people haven't realized is that the in-game currency for the great online game has turned into real-world currency, and you can now make money doing what you enjoy doing. This character helped me earn $1 million in 3 years at age 22. But the main reason I love this character is because in an increasingly complex world, the fragmented state of knowledge can be seen as one of the most pressing social problems of our time. Think about it. There's so much wisdom out there, especially with the internet and all of the content we have access to. But that wisdom is so poorly put in front of the people who need that wisdom. These algorithms that we're given are not optimized for wisdom, they're optimized just for attention. So imagine a world where the correct wisdom, the wisdom that could help somebody fix their biggest problems and sufferings, could be presented to the right people at the right time. That would be so much more of a magical world to live in. The way I view it is there's this landscape of wisdom out there, this huge, vast landscape of rolling fields and cliffs and forests and waterfalls, and it's beautiful. There's so much out there to explore and see and learn, but yet it's a very difficult terrain to cross. It's treacherous. There are pitfalls for us to fall into. Sometimes to explore a certain area, we have to grind and struggle for years and years before we're able to get to the beauty of that area and learn the lessons that that area contains. And I believe it's the synthesizer's role to go out and freely roam in the landscape of wisdom, to live life to the fullest, to experience, to apply themselves, and learn everything they can. Take all of those things that they've learned and then share them with the people behind them. It's the synthesizer's role to compress the landscape of wisdom and make it more easy for people to access. There's been times that I've read a book or been through a course at a specific point in my life, and I've obsessed over the question, why do more people not know about this thing? That is what a synthesizer's role is. It's to compress, to spend 10 hours learning and to teach that in 10 minutes. We're busy, we have limited time. So the more compressed our wisdom can be, the more easily accessible and fun it is, the more wisdom can be widely accessible for loads and loads and loads of people. If you boil synthesis down to its core, there's 3 different parts to it. You consume, you curate, and you create. You go out and you consume life to the fullest. You read books, you scour the internet, searching for wisdom, searching for things that can solve your problems, improve your life, increase your happiness, your gratitude, improve your relationships, improve your health, everything. And you curate the best bits, the bits that really resonated with you, the things that worked for you, the things that excited you, the things that gave you an aha moment. You carefully and authentically to you curate all of this content and all of the lessons and stories that you've learned. And then you boldly create. You boldly share all of the things that you've experienced, that you've seen, and that you've learned. And that process of consuming to curating to creating is a magical process, because because it combines the student, it combines the philosopher, and it combines the teacher. And for people with a certain personality type, people like myself, those three things are the things that make you most excited, the things that fill you with energy and passion. And I'm so grateful for the recent breakthroughs in technology that have allowed synthesizers to earn an income, a really lucrative income, from doing what they love, exploring their curiosity, and doing the things that excite them. Just look at Substack, a place where synthesizers are writing online. In September 2020, the yearly earners of top 10 authors was $7 million. And in October 2021, 13 months later, the yearly earnings of the top 10 authors increased to 20 million. That's almost a 3-time increase in just over a year. This is a rapidly expanding category where more and more synthesizers are able to earn a very decent amount of money by exploring the world and learning and applying themselves.
And whilst you've probably never heard of synthesizers, they've been around for thousands of years. This 3-step process of consuming and going out and experiencing the world, and then curating, keeping a note of the things that stand out to you, and then creating based on the things that you've curated and experienced. That's been around forever. If you look at philosophers, that's what they do. They read, they think, and then they make. If you look at writers, it's the same process. Some practical examples of modern synthesizers are people like Naval Ravikant, even Ali Abdaal. They're following this 3-step system. Just for some reason, people haven't labeled them as what they are. They're synthesizers. All I've done on my YouTube channel is synthesis.
Thinking about what the world could be like if there was more synthesizers really excites me. So I'm making it my mission to help 100 people become full-time synthesizers.
I've created a community. It's going to be completely free.
There's going to be a free course of organized information on how you can master the 3 steps, how you can find the best wisdom on the internet, how you can authentically curate that, and how you can create content, build an audience that summarizes and helps condense the knowledge problem.
We need you. We need you to become a synthesizer. You don't need to be an expert. You just need to get started. You don't need any fancy gear. I've recorded this video on my phone.
If you're interested, then you can apply by clicking the link below.